Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I'm Hellsing here to give you a very quick video on dating and money. Dun dun dun. So, we all know dating and money go hand in hand, right? So, here are some things I've learned on my journey that I'd like to share with you. Yes, take it or leave it. Number one, when you meet someone for the first time, a beautiful young lady, a handsome guy, or whatever, don't go overboard with how you treat them, okay? Treat them the way you treat them if you've already been dating for like 3 years, all right? Don't go above your status quo when it comes to dating them, because unless you plan to keep it that way, all right? If you go above your status quo and you're like, okay, I'm taking this girl out to the movies every single day and buying her Gucci and Prada every time we meet and all this stuff that's really expensive, she's going to get used to that. She's going to think that's normal. That's your normal. She's going to have this idea that that's what you do and how you roll, all right? And then if a few months later you're like, okay, I impressed her, I got her, I don't got to do that anymore. Wrong. You still do. She still expects it because that's her normal, and you set that up. So if you don't want that life, don't start that life. How you start it is how it's going to continue. Okay, now number two, never ever say how much money you make, how much money is in your bank account, or how much is in your portfolio. At least not until like your boyfriend and girlfriend officially after 6 months, all right? If you start off your relationship and you say, oh, I make $15,000 a month, and they're like, whoa, all of a sudden they start having these dreams that are fueled by financial emotion, not financial reality. You don't want that. Trust me. Okay. Now, number three. This is something I used to do and I learned. When you're going out on a date and a girl wants to go to a fancy restaurant, stick with what you already planned financially. Go with what works with your budget, all right? Your budget is long-term, future. If you start doing these things, it's like poking a hole in a water balloon, and the money just starts pouring out again and again and again and again. Next, get a partner who's an asset, okay? You want someone who actually adds to your life, not takes away from your life. If you want to know what the difference between an asset and a liability is, person-wise, ask yourself, what do you do for your friends? What do you actually give to your friends? Are you a giver or are you a taker? If you are a giver and you actually give to your friends that actually like being around you, you're an asset. You actually lift people up. Next, if you say you have a budget or something and you want to stick to it, or any other cultural rules or roles that you might have, stick to it. If your partner is finding you on that and they're like, well, that's just stupid, we don't need to save so much money, why do you do that, your culture is just wrong. If they say that, you're like, okay, we're done, 再见, peace, sayonara, anangi kasayo, whatever you gotta say, okay? Next, keep all of your promises. If you make a promise to do something, do it. And I do mean do it. Do it early, do it more. If you promise to give them $1,000, give them 1,500. If you promise to do it by Friday, do it by Thursday. Women, remember these things. Next, one of the most important steps, I think, is to sit down with your other half and actually ask them, hey, what are your financial goals? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to become financially? What steps are you taking towards it? You want to be with someone that's actually growing financially just like you are. If you're with someone who just sits back and daydreams, like, oh, I'm waiting for my knight on a shining horse to come in and fulfill all my financial debts and obligations, run. It's better to have it clear out in the open what you want and what you expect financial-wise. Because if you don't, they might look at you one day and be like, wow, I feel totally cheated. And that sucks on both ends, okay? One, on our end, because if we set up these expectations but we don't keep it going consistently, that's our fault. Okay? I gotta go, I'm done. Catch you later.